Hi and welcome back to my channel. As you've seen in the title, today I'm gonna be showing you what I eat in a week. And before we start, I wanted to share some quick things here. First of all is that I'm trying to make some changes in my diet, so it's still a process. It's not something you do from one day to the other. Obviously, it's not perfect. And I also want to say that this is a realistic what I eat in a day. Nothing was planned. I cook depending on how I feel, which ingredients do I have, how hungry I am. Sometimes I don't have breakfast, sometimes I snack a lot. So yeah, it's gonna be as real as it gets. Also, if you're new here and you haven't seen my past videos, first of all, you can go check them out. And second, I'm not vegan, but I'm dairy and gluten intolerant, so that's what I'm trying to get my diet based on. And also trying to get more into real fooding. So yeah, I think that's all you need to know before watching the video. But anyway, I'm gonna be commenting a little bit of the diet and changes and how this week has been at the end of the video. And now let's start with Monday. So if I remember, I always have some warm water with lemon juice. And then today for breakfast I'm gonna have some leftovers from yesterday's dinner because we made a potato omelette and I have a quarter left. And I'm finishing this hazelnut milk because my Mighty Pea hasn't arrived yet, so I'm gonna do a latte with hazelnut milk. And while I'm preparing the breakfast, I'm also gonna put some broth to cook because I like to put it for 2 hours or something like that and just let it cook. And then for lunch is where I usually don't know what to eat, and I usually eat leftovers, but we don't have leftovers today, so I'm gonna make some Thai curry, and you have the recipe on my channel because it's really easy and really cheap. Okay, I'm using carrot and celery. I always freeze it when it's about to go bad, so now I just put it in the pan and it's ready. And I'm making my Thai curry. I have the recipe on my channel, so if you want to know how I made it, you can click up here and it's gonna be there, but it's really, really easy and cheap.
You can drop it on top of a shaman's totem in order to give it a little bit of...
And then after lunch or mid-afternoon, I always have my second coffee. Well, I try not to, but most times I do have a second coffee. And then I wanted to film a recipe. I wanted to film a walnut spread, and I decided to make a carrot cake too, because why not? So yeah, I'm gonna snack a little bit of the carrot cake, and I'm also gonna make some cake pops because we don't really eat a lot of cake. I'm gonna make some cake pops mixing the carrot cake and the spread, and then I'm gonna coat them with some chocolate and put them in the freezer, and we'll check on that later or tomorrow. So I have the broth that I made this morning here, and there's a lot of veggies. I'm gonna make some miso soup. I have this paste, which is not my favorite one, but it's the one that I have right now, and then I'll put some spring onions, some tofu, and probably some seaweed too. I would usually do it just with this. I'm gonna heat this up. But as I have the veggies from the broth, I'm gonna try to add that. So yeah, I'm not really hungry, so I'm gonna have this soup first. I have a masterclass tonight, so we'll see if I get more hungry. And the masterclass finished at 12:30 p.m. and I was really hungry then, so I had some more leftovers. And as I wasn't hungry before to have breakfast, I'm gonna have an early lunch, and I'm gonna heat up some of the leftovers from the curry that we still have, and then I'm also gonna make some scrambled eggs, and yeah, this is gonna be my quick and fast lunch. I just took some photos, so I'm gonna take a snack too. I got my milk. I told you on the grocery shopping video that I ordered some Mighty Pea milk and I got them today. Look at this, a lot of milks. Plus this. If you were buying, I don't know if the offer is gonna still be available, but once I was in the website, I saw that they had promotion. So if you were buying the milks, you are getting other things. Banana and oat, which I thought was gluten-free, but I just saw on the website that it's not. And I'm just showing this because I got it, obviously. I'm really excited to try it. You can either get a box of this or a box of this chocolate one. So this was 20 pounds and these boxes are usually like 14 pounds or 17 pounds, I don't remember. Do you want to try them too? You don't need to be on the shot. Okay, this is banana and oat. It's not sweet. Like, I mean, it's sweet, but not super sweet.
That's super nice.
Okay, chocolate. Oh, I like this one.
I like the banana more.
Yeah, you can have it if you want. Well, yeah, it's a UK brand, I think, so I'm not sure if it's only in the UK. But anyway, I'm gonna link it down because I have no idea, so you can check it for yourself, see what you find. And I think I'm probably gonna film a recipe now for the Catalan channel, so I'm gonna be probably skipping my diet today. But yeah, that's the whole point of this video, to be real. I'll see you when we have dinner. So as I said before, I filmed a video for the Catalan TV program, so it's not extremely healthy for me. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna cheat because I'm gonna eat this because it smells so good. It's a moussaka, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. I also just realized that I forgot my lemon this morning. I didn't have my water with lemon, but it's good, we're gonna do it tomorrow. It's so good. I'm still gonna be watching some videos and working a little bit, so I got myself a carrot cake pop thing and then some of the mighty Pea milk. So yeah, this is my late night snack. Okay, it's lunchtime and I'm making something kind of easy. I got some potatoes, baked them for 15 minutes. Then I added some frozen veggies, so I didn't even have to cut it or anything. And I made also like a mayonnaise, like a homemade mayonnaise with egg, and I have some cod, and I'm gonna put these things in now. So I'm getting really like into baking things in the oven. I used to not use the oven that much. Put a little bit of salt and pepper, and now our mayonnaise covering the whole thing. Let's eat! It's really nice because the potatoes are crispy and cooked and they have a lot of spices and flavor, and then the mayonnaise, the homemade mayonnaise with the egg, creates this texture on the sauce from the fish. The recipe from this cod is on my channel, so I'm gonna link it up here. We just came from a short walk. We went to get some avocados and we're gonna snack some carrot cake balls, and I'm gonna finish this from yesterday night. That's my snack. Again. So basically I have these bananas that really needed to be used. I'm gonna make like a dessert kind of thing. I have some cookie dough I made some days ago, and I have this coconut can opened, plus the dates paste that I made the other day. And yes, I love peanut butter. And this is gonna be our dessert tonight, so I'll put it in cups. Cookie dough. I'm gonna keep them in the fridge until we eat them. I think I'm gonna have this with some veggies from the broth, and then we're gonna make some wraps, as I said. But I'm thinking of making mine warm and make it more like a quesadilla. And by that I mean the form, not the content. So I'm gonna prepare the ingredients. We have some salad, chicken pesto, tomato, pepper, avocado, tortillas, and some vegan cheese for me. My idea is that the cheese helps it stick together, so this is gonna be a total disaster. Turn it around, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Oh my god, you're a genius. Okay, it's crunchy for sure. My hair looks so bad, but I wanna try this. I'm glad I did this. I'm not sure if it looks good, but it tastes really good for sure. That's something I'd really like to do too. Add some nutritional yeast to my broth. Pretty good to go with. Morton made wraps for himself, so it's the same ingredients, two versions. And we're gonna watch
The Boys!
Yes. It's dessert time. You do them? Where did you put them? I said I wanted to film them! He was laughing at me because they weren't in the fridge anymore. We're gonna play together now. Look how beautiful this looks. I mean, it's pretty liquid, but it tastes amazing. I just got my supplements delivered, the ones my nutritionist told me to keep doing, and I'm gonna take them now too. 3 out of 4 are liquid or powdered. which is really good for me because I hate pills. I have this leftover from yesterday's dinner, so I'm gonna have it for breakfast, which is perfect. So I'll have this and I'll make some coffee with my favorite milk this time. I'm seriously so tired. And I also wanna film 2 or 3 recipes. Yeah, probably I'll do that before lunch so I can have some of that for lunch. As you've seen, I always mix my coffee when I'm pouring it, just because when I was working a barista, it's kind of the steps that you need to do, like to put the milk when the coffee is just recently made and to mix the milk in. So I think that helps it not break apart, or at least that's what I think. Might not be like that, but that's what I do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have this for now, because as you've seen, I made a tofu and sun-dried tomato spread, which is kind of thick and dense. These mini breads are really filling, and then I have tofu and sun-dried tomatoes here. I'm gonna boil some pasta in the pot, some of this pasta for Martin, and then I'm gonna steam the broccoli on top. I have here some meat from 2 days ago, was it? I'm gonna just do it again because we loved it, and instead of eating the meat like this, I'm gonna make the same moussaka thing. But this time I didn't use butter, I made it with oil, gluten-free flour, a little bit of flaxseed, and then the hemp seed milk and sweetened hemp seed milk, and obviously I didn't put cheese in it. So yeah, it's a little bit healthier, but kind of the same. So now we're gonna do half of vegan cheese, half of parmesan. And here's when I need to be strong. And I also want to say that if I made it all with the vegan cheese, Martin wouldn't care, because he literally eats anything I cook. I'm putting this because this needs to be eaten, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna. So yeah, now we're gonna bring this to the oven again. My vegan cheese burnt a little bit because I put it too high. That looks amazing, but yeah, that's my part. That's a vegan one, and I put parmesan on yours. Oh my god. Ooh. Here it is, our moussaka, and we're gonna be watching The Boys. Good morning, it's finally Friday, and I don't really feel like eating, but I'm a little bit hungry, and I know I'm not gonna make it till lunch, so I'm gonna have just one piece of toast and half an avocado with some tuna, some nutritional yeast, salt and pepper. So I think I'm gonna eat, and then I'll have my coffee. For lunch I'm gonna go really simple. I'm gonna make some scrambled eggs, and then I'm also gonna be making this bacon because it's been open in the fridge for a while, so it really needs to be used. So we're gonna cook the bacon, make some eggs, and probably make a toast, some scrambled eggs with bacon, nutritional yeast, some toast with the spread, the sun-dried tomato spread, and then the rest of the broth that needed to be eaten with some of the veggies. So that's my basic lunch.
Some huge Twix.
Just made these Twix bars. Really sweet. It's Friday, we have leftovers from yesterday. 3 or 4 of our meals have been this same thing. And we're gonna have some wine. Because why not? It's Friday.
Why not?
What?
Why not?
That's actually like a pretty nice dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one has a lot of... Oh my god, this is huge. That's a simple and easy and fast dinner because we love leftovers. They're too frozen. It's snack time! That's exactly where the meal needs to be.
Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm gonna drink some of this instead of making coffee. And then I just saw a recipe on Instagram and I wanna do my own take on it. So we're gonna put 2 eggs as if we were doing like a normal omelette. And then I put some vegan cheese, some chorizo, because that's the only thing we have, and some spices, and a tortilla wrap. And now I'm gonna turn it around. Okay. And now we roll it and we cut it. And that's my breakfast. With some banana. Snack time at lunchtime.
Yes.
It's weekend. I'll have one too. With some coffee. Best part of these snacks is that you can keep them in the freezer. Okay, so it's Saturday night. Well, it's actually kind of afternoon, because as you've seen, we haven't had lunch. I mean, I had kind of a breakfast lunch, so we've been doing a lot of things. We don't really want to spend the time cooking, and we're making cannelloni. I have here some normal cannelloni, and here's some with gluten-free pasta and vegan cheese. I want to try to make some extra bechamel sauce to put on this, because they don't have a lot. And I'm gonna add some cheese in this one. We're gonna put them in the oven, and that's what we're gonna have for dinner. And I'm also gonna snack some edamame now while I wait, and that's gonna be our dinner. Maybe some wine. Camera says yes. You all know how to make bechamel, so I'm not gonna show you. See you when it's ready. Okay, we have them ready. This is mine with vegan cheese. This one's Martin's with crispy proper cheese. And as always, we're gonna be watching the boys.
Good. Feel good? Yeah. Are you ready? Are you really close?
Here's some random tip because we just got our groceries delivered. I can't wait to try these two things. We have some matcha and some vanilla chai. So that's probably gonna be tomorrow's breakfast. And then we also got some salmon and a lot of things. So yeah, as you see, the grocery shopping changes week to week. I also got some of these because I couldn't find them anywhere. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I got this matcha yesterday and I really wanted to try it. So here's my matcha, and now I'm gonna make again the omelette with the tortilla that I made yesterday. So let's do that. So I'm making Morton's first, and there's 2 eggs, then some salt, pepper, and then there's some chorizo and some cheese, because that's what we have. And I'm gonna put a tortilla on top. Half of my matcha is gone, but here's my breakfast. Well, actually we're having more of a brunch or an early lunch. Okay. So as we had kind of a lunch breakfast, I wanted to make paella today. It's 5 p.m. and I'm gonna make it mixed. So I'm gonna use half of this fish and then a piece of chicken, because I don't really like seafood. So I also should say that it's the second time I'm doing this. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, this is for when we finish with it, and it should have parsley, but I don't have any. And now we're also gonna make some dessert, because we have 2 bananas that are going really bad, so we're gonna make something with them. We have here our sofrito. It's our onion and our pepper. Now I'm gonna add some tomato paste, because that's how we make it in the UK. And then in here we have our fish broth, and then I have my rice ready, fish, chicken, and here's like what we did before with hazelnuts and garlic, and it's missing parsley, but as I said, I don't have any. And we're gonna take this out and cook the chicken a little bit now. I'm not gonna cook the fish because I think it's already cooked. Our rice, proper mix. We're gonna let this cook for like 10 minutes maybe, and then I'll add the rest of the broth. I added the rest of the broth. Now I just put in all the fish that was just frozen but already cooked. And now in 2-3 minutes when it's ready, I'm gonna add the hazelnut thing. Okay, turn down the heat, and now we're gonna add this and we're gonna mix it in. And dinner is ready. We're gonna eat this, we're having an early dinner, and then we're also gonna have some dessert, and that's gonna be it for Sunday. And it's time for dessert. It's a little bit liquid because it hasn't been in the fridge for super long, but it tastes really good. I hope you like this video. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer than usual, and I know that in the end I end up eating a lot of leftovers. I always make some big meals so we have leftovers for the next days, and then sometimes I just do something fast when I don't want to spend time in the kitchen. So I feel like that's kind of how my weeks are, and also it depends on the videos that I'm filming that week and the groceries that we got the week before. So it's always a balance. Sometimes we eat more chicken, sometimes like this week I think we only ate chicken once or twice. So yeah, a weekly meal doesn't represent the whole thing because it's always varying depending on the mood, how I feel, what do I want to eat, what do we get on the grocery shopping. So yeah, it kind of varies a lot. But what I've been trying to do is to create new recipes that I can incorporate into my diet that are healthier than other alternatives I would usually eat. So instead of having cookies, for example, because I showed you on the grocery shopping. If you haven't seen the grocery shopping, I'm gonna link it up here. And for example, I had cookies this week, but instead of cookies I made the Twix, and I made the carrot cake balls. So it's something sweet that if I really feel like I need to have sugar, I can snack on that. I don't know, I'm just really impressed with this recipe. So if it's not in the channel yet, so if it's not linked up here, it's gonna be linked really soon, maybe next week. So subscribe if you don't want to miss that, because that Twix recipe was delicious. And I didn't want to make the video super long, and I actually would like to talk about all the meals that I made and why did I make them, but yeah, obviously the video was long enough, so I'm just gonna shut up here. If you like it and you want more videos like this, or maybe even what I eat in a day, because that gives me more time to explain, if that makes sense, just give it a like and let me know in the comments down below and I'll make another one. But yeah, I think that's everything for today's video. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram because I'm posting a lot of things and my day-to-day meals and things like that there. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one.